Hello everyone and welcome to the World War Photographer channel. Today we'll be talking about World War I, specifically focusing on the Western Front. Don't forget to subscribe to support our work. Observing the battlefield from an Anzac pillbox near the Belgian city of Ypres in West Flanders, 1917. The bombardment of Reims Cathedral, France, in September 1914, as German incendiary bombs struck the towers and the apse during the German invasion of northern France. French soldiers on horseback in the street, with an airship flying in air behind them, 1914. In 1915, a French pilot crash-landed in friendly territory after failing to attack a German Zeppelin hangar near Brussels, with soldiers climbing the tree where the biplane landed. German officers in a discussion on the Western Front. The German war plan had been for a swift, decisive victory in France. Little planning had been done for a long-term, slow-moving slog of a battle. French soldiers in a bayonet charge up a steep slope in the Argonne forest in 1915. A downed German twin-engined bomber being towed through a street by Allied soldiers, likely from Australia, in France. 6 German soldiers pose in a trench with an MG-08 machine gun, just 40 meters from the British line, capable of firing 450 to 500 rounds per minute. In 1914, harnessed dogs pulled a British Army machine gun and ammunition weighing up to 150 pounds. German captive balloon at Écouen-Court, France, on September 22, 1916. French reserves from the USA, part of the 2 million fighters in the Battle of the Marne in September 1914. Soldiers struggle to pull a huge piece of artillery through mud. The gun has been placed on a track created for a light railway. On June 30, 1918, members of New Zealand's Maori Pioneer Battalion performed a haka for Prime Minister William Massey and Deputy Prime Minister Sir Joseph Ward in Bois de Warnemont, France, during World War I. In France, a British machine gun team. The gun, which appears to be a Vickers, is mounted on the front of a motorcycle sidecar. A wounded and muddy German prisoner is assisted by a British soldier along a railway track, with a man in a possible French military uniform holding a camera and tripod behind them, circa 1916. The ruins of Gomicourt Chateau, France. Once a small community on the front lines, Gomicourt changed hands several times and was left in near destruction by constant bombardment. British soldiers standing in mud on the French front lines, 1917. German soldiers make observations from atop, beneath and behind large haystacks in southwest Belgium in 1915. Transport on the Cassel-Ypres road at Steenvoorde, Belgium, September 1917. This image was captured using the Paget process, an early experiment in color photography. Mountains of shell cases on the roadside near the front lines, the contents of which had been fired into the German lines. Battlefield in the Marne between Soissons and Perthes, 1915. Soldiers write letters home from the trenches. Life in the trenches was summed up by the phrase later popularized, "months of boredom punctuated by moments of extreme terror." In November 1917 at Cambrai, German soldiers loaded a captured British Mark I tank onto a railroad. Tanks were first used in battle during World War I in September 1916, when 49 British Mark I tanks were deployed in the Battle of Flers-Courcelette. A French photographer captured troops attacking the Germans on the Somme front, circa 1916, from 150 meters above. The smoke may have been used to mask the advance. British soldiers on Vimy Ridge, 1917. British and Canadian forces advanced 6 miles in 3 days, reclaiming Thélus and high ground at the cost of nearly 4,000 lives. An explosion near trenches dug into the grounds of Fort de la Pompelle near Reims, France. French soldiers launch a gas and flame attack on German trenches in Flanders, Belgium on January 1st, 1917, using deadly gases as weapons. French soldiers wearing gas masks in a trench, 1917. Gas mask technology evolved during the war, eventually providing effective defense and reducing the impact of gas attacks in later years. Gassed patients received treatment at the 326th Field Hospital near Royomex, France, on August 8, 1918. The hospital struggled to accommodate the overwhelming number of patients. French soldier in gas mask, 1916. British soldiers and Highlanders escort German prisoners past war ruins and a dead horse after the Battle of the Menin Road Ridge, part of the Third Battle of Ypres in September 1917. A gigantic shell crater, 75 yards in circumference, Ypres, Belgium, October 1917. A horse is restrained while it is attended to at a veterinary hospital in 1916. British soldiers clean German trenches at Saint-Pierre-d'Ivion, sorting abandoned equipment after its capture. Photographer John Warwick Brooke captures the scene with depth, showing soldiers along the trench. On the British front, Christmas dinner, 1916, in a shell hole beside a grave. British Mark IV Bear tank, abandoned after battle near Inverness Copse, on August 22, 1917. On October 19, 1916, a mine tunnel is dug beneath the German lines on the Vosges front. Sappers worked at a depth of 17 meters, reaching beneath enemy positions to plant explosives that would later be detonated, destroying everything above. Wounded men from the Battle of Ypres on September 20, 1917, walk along the Menin Road to a clearing station. German prisoners assist with carrying stretchers. Near Thiepval, France, a soldier's comrades watch him sleep in a deep, narrow trench lined with sandbags. At the far end, a line of soldiers squeezes together, peering over each other's shoulders at the resting man. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.